Chinese media today said any alliance between India and the US against China will be catastrophic after the reference to that economic corridor in POK. This as China has blocked the entry of Indian pilgrims into Tibet, alleging that Indian troops have crossed the Sikkim border into Chinese territory. For more on that, Vishnu Shom joins me. Vishnu, what's the latest on these protests?
Well, the Home Secretary has said a total of about 100 pilgrims could not cross the border to visit Mount Kailash in Tibet and return to the Sikkim capital, Gangtok. Now, the first batch of pilgrims reached the Nathu Pass on the 20th of June, but was stalled there for 3 days before returning as this tension continued. The Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson has said, and I quote, China urges India to immediately withdraw its border guards that have crossed the boundary and have a thorough investigation of the matter. Now, the Army and Defence Ministry have refused comment on the incident, and this has been reported for several days. No comment even now. Tension escalated after Chinese troops destroyed a bunker in mid-June. Indian soldiers reportedly had to form a human wall to protect India to block the Chinese from progressing further. China has alleged that the bunker that it destroyed in a remote area obstructed a road that it's building in its territory. And they've reportedly asked Indian authorities to remove bunkers in this area. When India didn't agree, they got across a bulldozer and destroyed these bunkers. Sources in the army have denied there are any authentic videos of the incident. In fact, what you're seeing now are videos that have been distributed on social media of Indian and Chinese soldiers jostling. This is an old video from another location. Now, small incursions are actually fairly common across the line of actual control. That is the de facto border that runs 4,000 odd kilometers across the Himalayas. Sonia?
And of course, Vishnu, the timing interesting. This, of course, happened in early June, well before the Prime Minister Modi's visit to the US. But interesting that, again, Chinese media strong reaction to that meeting between President Trump and Prime Minister Modi.
Sonia, the word that they've used is catastrophic. China believes that incidents like this are catastrophic in equations between India and China. They also believe that the Indo-US equation is something that could be detrimental to India's relationship with China. They have, in fact, I would use the word, warned India against developing ties with the US, saying that India has always had a non-aligned policy. But quite clearly, India and the US, not just now, but for several years, have been very close strategic partners.